Purnima, what was the password? I forgot, sorry. Okay. Now we were discussing about sales order entry, correct? So sales order entry navigation, we have seen already, that is order returns, then sales orders. Usually these type of data entry we will not handle. Other end users will be there. They will handle actually, but we should know how we can create from scratch and what is the data dependency. Okay. Right now I am selected customer name. It will populate everything. The moment we click on save or else, if you go to line items tab, it will generate automatically order number. So this information is stored into a table here. They have mentioned as a table, right? This is not a table actually, it is a view. View means view it is. You take this view, copy. To connect with the database, I told you already, we have to go with the toad here. And paste over here, press F4. So what I will do, like I'll just write a shortcuts for you, okay? So that you can easily practice. These are all called as a toad shortcuts. Application shortcuts are different. Toad shortcuts are different. Okay. Toad stands for it is tool for application database. This is the toad. Toad full form. These are all the licensed. Right now it is a freeware, but in the office actually it will be a licensed one. It is toad. Press F4 to describe any database object. The first shortcut is here F4. Describe database object. Database object may be a table, view, whatever, package. For everything it is a F4. So sometimes actually function button we have to keep in some laptops. Function plus F4. If F4 is not working, then we have to use, additionally we have to use function button. Okay. Then to execute this statement, let's say I'm executing this statement as a select star from. Okay. Control enter. Right now it is not giving data, but to execute it, we have to use a command here, that is control plus enter. Control enter is which is used to execute select statement. These are all the commands I'm making a note of. If you want, I can send it also. Now, once you press F4, there is a script part here. So these are all ready-made already. Okay, script. Then expand this, maximize it. We should know where this order number is stored. So this order number. To know the table name, we have to go with the help and record history. To know the column name, we can go with the diagnostics and examine. It's common everywhere. If you work for one or two fields, you can easily remember. So order number is the column name. So check here order number where it is. Searching manually is difficult because see how many number of lines. The whole statement it is almost 450 lines overall, 450 or whatever change. So it's manually it's difficult. You can just go with the control F, order number. Order showing. To see the next value, there is F3, function 3. See, like this. So this is the column name it is. Okay. F3 is the another shortcut. F3 stands for what it is? To find next available value. That is for F3. Fine. So as of now, F4 we discussed. The next is F3. Okay. So we'll keep adding whenever it is required. I'm just saving somewhere. Fine. Now, as we have seen somewhere here, H is the another name of a table. This is called as alias, table alias. H dot order number we wanted, and that is available in the class here. So we have a select class. See, select class it is, and then one more is from class also available. Correct? If we go here, this is the from class. Select star from EMP, where so on. So you have seen as of now basics, right? So overall, it is a select statement, and the view is already created. Create or replace. Force view means if you take another table which is not available in the database also, it will allow you to create a view. That's why it is called as a force view. Fine. Now you can go down. We wanted order number, this order number. And order number is a column that is available in H. H stands for what it is. If you go down, you can see somewhere here. We have to see at the right hand side, this is called as alias name. See, one table, but the name is different. So here also the table is different, but the name is different. This is called as alias. So just check where H is they have taken. So here is the place. Your order number is available into OE order headers. Now press F4 again. Again it's a view, but we require, see, there is a underscore all, right? Underscore all means if your company is having 10 branches, 10 branches data will be available in all table, but we only one branch data at a time we can get, because view is a logical window simply. At a time only one operating unit data we can get. But here all means all operating unit data, the identifier is arg ID here. For every operating unit, one arg ID. For every one branch, one arg ID will be there. So to identify arg ID of your branch right now, you can just check here only. There is a dollar profile dollar arg ID. So arg ID is here 204. If you go with another sales order, another operating unit, see, Vision operations is one operating unit, one branch we can say. In our terminology is a branch, but in Oracle Labs terminology it is an operating unit. So let's say I'm using order management services. I'm going now. This is another. Both are different. The data which you enter in this, you will not be able to see in this because both are different batches data. Now go with the Vision services. Now how to identify RKID of this is help, same navigation, diagnostics, examine. So here what we have to take, dollar, profiles dollar, then tab here, RKID, and then tab. So that is 450. See, different, right? Earlier, what was the RKID you have seen? You mean in another previous operating unit. So if you again go back here, diagnostics and examine, and then we have to use dollar, profile dollar, then RKID. That is 20. You don't need to remember this value, okay? I'm saying to identify. So how to get this data is simply, so all we have to use. So right now they took here view, but we have to take at the end all, okay? Just instead of view, I am taking here all. All means all operating units data, okay? So this is where we wanted only 204 related data, not 1017 or not 889 or there are many other values. So simply what you can do, where condition RKID is equivalent to 204. These are all 204 related sales orders, 15,000. Earlier, what was the data? I forgot actually. 458 is it? 6 is it? I forgot. Let me go back and check. 58. I think there is no data related. No single sales order for us. Okay. We'll take this existing 889. These are all other data. Table is only one, but it is having all the arg IDs. Is that okay now? The difference? But unlike this, if you say simply view, you will not be able to get a data set. There is no data. The reason is view does not store a data. Correct? Still, if you want to get the data from this view, there is a facility. Begin is the block, end is the block here. Begin it block, we can say. There is an API we have to use. MO global. MO means multi-arg, global dot, set policy context. If you look at here, there is a set policy context procedure. And it is having two parameters. Do you see this? Access mode, and one more is here. Arg ID, correct? Sorry, this is correct. Access mode here is single operating unit we are going to get. S must be a capital letter, remember this. And then arg ID we have just before identified that is 204. Control letter which is used to execute. Then now go back here. Sorry, we have to. This is not required condition. See, earlier we fired the same view, we did not get data at all. But after firing this, we have got the data because it is initiated to give the data from this particular view. By default, view does not hold data. Okay. So instead of initiating all this, what we can do, we can use all table. If you use all table, not required to initiate that, simply we'll get. Now go back to application. Order management. Order returns, sales orders. No, I don't know any sales order as of now. If I don't know anything, just simply press F11 and at the bottom you can read out again. That is control F11. So control F11 simply. It may take little time, but it will give you all the sales orders. See, there are n number of sales orders. I'm pressing down arrow here to see other values. If you want to know how many sales orders are there here, then there is option here. View, record, last record, we can go. So these navigations, like once you practice, you can easily remember. First time, write all this. Continue to end. At a time, only one record we can see here, but to see all the record, then we have to retrieve. Meantime, we'll know the primary key of this particular table. OE order address all primary key. Take this table name. Now go to one website here. The website name here is etrm.live. No need to sign up something. ETRM is an electronic technical reference manual. It is. So you can see here this one. Electronic technical reference manual. Okay. So it's already there. Every table information they have given in this website. You have to take this version here. There is a slight variation. Let's say I'm clicking on this. Then FND data dictionary. FND means foundation here. Then module name. See, the Oracle application is having these many modules, but you will not get a chance to work on all this. 6, 7, or 10 modules you will get in the company. So right now, order management. So order management short form here is ONT. Okay, OINT is a short name of order management. Click on this. In OEM itself, there are 159 tables are there readily available. So out of it, one is yours. So Control F, OE order headers all. Click on this. Okay, this is the table. The primary key of this particular table here is header ID. Only one key it is. OE order headers all primary key is header ID. If you wanted to know why this table is introduced, you can go with this. Now they have mentioned a description of here. OE order headers all stores header information for orders in order management. Okay, so we have a header and line information, right? You go to application still. So there are a number of records. That's why it is taking time. So I can open. So I'll keep this session active, and I can open again. Operations and welcome is the password. Okay. Now I'm just opening. Go to order management, vision operations here, order returns and sales orders. So I could have taken a sales order number, but I have not noted down. If you want to identify, so there is a, or else just let's create quickly. Very easy, right? Take this order number and its status is here entered. Your order is at very first stage, beginning stage, its status is entered here. If you cancel it, it will become a cancelled. Or if you book it, it will become booked. Step to step, it will vary. Okay. So right now I'm taking here where column name we already seen here, correct? Order number column that is equivalent to this one. So if you see there is a book view here, book view. Can you just check single record view? So in this, just see where is the entered value. So many columns are there. Every table will have more than 150 columns. We don't remember all this. Can you just check? So this is the one, right? Exactly. The column is what it is, flow status code. But in the application, how they used, that is simply status. It is just a header. But actual column is here, this one. Flow status code. Okay. And the primary key of this particular record here is I told you that is this one. That is header ID. So two columns I'm typing here. See, instead of typing, we have a press F4 and then click on column name to arrange in a sorting order. Just take this. See, if you keep the cursor and press, it will be copied automatically. It's easy instead of typing. Okay. Now, this is the way we can execute this. This is what it is. It is header information, but we require a line information also. Line items, and then order item I have taken earlier. Quantity 4. This 4,000. Do you remember? Like we only give it default price. If you want to modify, you can modify it like this. It's up to you. Save. A line item also there is a status here. Correct. That is a entered. Line level there is another table that is OE order line sorting. Header level it is OE order headers. At the line level it is OE order lines. Right now it is headers. Okay. It's easy to remember, but we don't know the join between OE order headers and OE order lines. go back here, search OE order Lysol. This is the one. OE order headers all and OE order Lysol. The common column is what it is? Header ID. Header ID is the join between these. If you want to combine the data or to get the data from OE order header sol, OE order Lysol, the join here is header ID. Okay. Now go to Toad here. Here itself we can add, or else like there is a separate statement. Flow status code is another column. Order Lysol, where header ID. This is the header ID. What could be the status? We have already seen in the application, that is entered. So once we book this, see, it will change immediately. Order has been booked. At line level, the status will be different again. Can you see here? Awaiting shipping here. Okay. So this is there are other tables here. Like we can say select star from WSH delivery details, where both header ID is a common column is equal to header ID. Header ID is this one. You can see R here, release status. Just press tab. Released status. See here, this one R. R means here ready to release your item. So these are all the three tables we have to verify after booking. So there is one more table is also the primary key we have to check. Delivery detail ID. Mostly first column it will show. Based on this delivery ID, we have to check from WSS delivery assignments, where the giant between these two is this one only, delivery detail ID. Delivery ID is not yet created as of now, it's null only here. Okay. Delivery ID is null at this moment. Overall, two tables from order management and two tables from shipping here. WSH means warehouse. Okay. But these tables, how we can come to know? There is no record history. It is not showing here, correct? Showing only OE order lines. To see the tables behind this here is go to actions, then additional line information. There is a delivery tab here. Delivery tab. Go to help and record history. It will not show. If record history is not available, we have another option, that is diagnostics, examine. There is a system last query. System last query we have to use. So that you will come to know there is a table behind this WSH delivery line status V it is. Copy this, go to Toad, press F4, script here. And now if you look at here, see these are all the tables I copied. One is WSH delivery details, another one is WSH delivery assignments, and one more is there, that is WSH new deliveries. So from this place I collected these tables. Okay, again I'll show you again from application. So first what we have to do, go to actions, then additional line information, delivery tab. So the moment you go to help and record history, it will not show anything. If record history is not available, what we have to do, go to help, diagnostics, examine, then here is the place, system, and here is the place what you have to do, last. Okay, perfect. Then once you see a last query, under a from class, there is a view. This view we have to take and keep it over here, press F4, go to script here, and here is the place. You will see a tables. So as of now, 2 steps completed. One is sales order entry, and the second one here is, and third one here is pick release. So this is called as a cycle actually. Cycle means steps. 2 steps completed as of now. Third step is pick release. So pick release is here. You take this sales order number, this number. There is a separate navigation for this. We have to go to shipping, release sales orders. Then one more is release sales order. This is the navigation. Standard we have to enter so that it will remove all this defaultly populated values. So we have to take based on rule is standard tab, order number. So this order number, once you give a tab, go to inventory, that is a warehouse. The shipping tab, we have to take yes, execute now. Pick release online has ended with a warning. It has submitted a couple of programs here automatically that we can identify from here. View and then requests and click on find here. So these are all the programs. Pick slip report. These programs you need to remember. Pick slip, shipping exceptions, and auto pack. These 3 programs. Okay. 3 concurrent programs. We'll call it as a concurrent programs. So what is the content of pick slip report here? Click on this. View output. You can see here. Warehouse and then sales order number. Here is a place, sales order number and delivery number. So earlier delivery number is not created, correct? If you notice, if this delivery number is not created, but if you query, now you can see a delivery number. See, same number, right? 8831, 8831. So based on this delivery number, we can check another table it is. Another table, do you remember, like delivery details we have used already, assignments we have used. The next table here is WSS, new deliveries. Take this. WSS new deliveries, where delivery ID. Equivalent to this delivery ID. So here is the place status code here. Status code. If you wanted to know what are all its meanings, OP stands for what? Like you can go here. There is a lookups. Setup you can go. Already defined. So meanings and all setup. Quick codes. Can you see here? Quick codes. Order management. And here is the place. Let's check. See, OP stands for what it is. That is open. So meanings, if you wanted to know more, you can go to this window. And CL for closed it is. And BC or CB is for backward, like that. Okay. Navigations you have to remember. This application navigation. Setup, pick codes, and then order management. These are all considered functional consultant role, but still we should know. overall, 3 warehouse tables and 2 order management tables we have verified. Okay, we'll stop at this point here because these are all tables, columns, little confusing thing. Day one only, right? I'll revise again once. So initially we have seen here which version of application you are using and what is the database is. We can go through this, correct? And application user interface is in the form of two things. Right now it is a form. So this is a form only. To know what is the form name and all, we can go with the about Oracle applications, and if you scroll down, you can see the all form related details, form name, path, what was the version, on which date it is developed, everything you can see in this. Okay. Now O2c cycle we have discussed already. Order to cash cycle means here is when this O2c will be involved here. Whenever we are selling a goods to the customer, at that time it will be involved here, like Amazon and all you can assume. Okay. So for this company, like one customer is expecting some goods from you. So your person will enter the data. That person is called as a end user. So what type of the data they will enter here is I mentioned here. Customer name, bill to, ship to, correct quantity, warehouse. So how they will enter it? Simply go to order management responsibility. The navigation here is order returns, and so simply they will enter here like this. Click on save, go to line items, order item here, and quantity. It is not working properly because you have entered a wrong item. To see whether the stock is available or not, you can go to availability. So before delivering, before booking, they need to definitely check the quantity, whether it is there or not in the system. Okay, that's called as a on-hand quantity. It is clear. Tomorrow I'll show you how to create an on-hand quantity more. Right now it is 563. I want to add 500 more. So where we can create that, we'll see. Now text is what it is. After creating a sales order, there are two tables behind this. How to identify? Go to help and record history, OE order and all. And in the line items also, there is a OE order line solve. So the join between these two, if you want, you can check in etrm.line, that is header ID is a join condition. And the next step is what it is, book order. So before booking, we have to see the status of sales order, that is entered and then entered. So if you want, you can verify here itself. Here only. You know to type every time statement entered. And here 869 is the header ID entered. So these two tables we have checked. Correct? The next step is what it is in this. Next step is book. So go to book order. Once we book the sales order, the header level status is booked. The line level status is awaiting shipping. Just verify again. Book change, right? And what could be the status at line level? Right, awaiting shipping. And other than that, there is a release status, that is, so this is another one. It is header ID we have to change, right? 869 R means ready to release. Okay, three tables. And delivery assignments if you want to 5052. As of now, delivery is not yet created. But when it will create? After pick release. So book order is also over. And another step here is picks release. Pick release means we are picking the goods from the warehouse. Which warehouse we have to pick it up? The warehouse name here is M1. Okay. Now take the sales order. Navigation. Pick release navigation here is this one. Shipping, release sales order, and then release sales order. Order number. Yes, then execute now. You will get a message here. 3 programs. So what are the content of quick slip report is? You can read whatever, like sales order item, customer, everything. Okay. And finally, if you want, you can verify this release status. It will become Y now. Earlier it was R, remember. Now delivery assignment is delivery ID created. So it is OP. This OP is CL. If you want to identify a meaning, where we can go? One quick codes, correct? Navigation. Can you tell me quick code navigation? Setup? No, quick codes and then order management. Okay. So the query point here is shipping percentile. This is how you can identify. There are other codes also. So the revision is also completed, guys. I'll put all these videos. Just pick me your email address in my WhatsApp. I'll give it to you. Okay. To finish this order to cash, like 3 more classes required. Today only 1 class completed. Because technically some cross questions required here. We'll discuss. Any doubts as of now? No, right? Just go through video multiple times. You can get. Guys, online like Rangaswamy, any doubts as of now?
No, sir. I will practice.
And I'm not sure other person. Please rename, okay? Then only I can come to know.
Sure.
Yeah. So if you have any, you can ping me anytime in WhatsApp instead of calling.
So how to set up the this?
Sorry?
For practice purpose, how to set up this regulars?
This, yeah. I'll give you a number, okay? You can just call him, like he will give you the credentials. Fine?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.